Welcome to the Dating Women Radio Show, episode number 24. I want to be very clear here. This episode is not about saving your marriage, but it will help you if your marriage is unrecoverable and you need to go back into the dating scene. Doc talks about how guys sometimes don't recognize that women will marry them when they aren't in love with them. Characteristics of guys she keeps, what love is about, and what to look for. This and more will start you on your journey to finding the Ms. Right you deserve. And if you want more, then find out her turn-ons and turn-offs via one of Doc's famous interviews at doclove.com/turn-ons and offs for free. And also you can get a free 7-day dating course at doclove.com/course, plus more, as you can see on the screen.
I read about this Hollywood agent. This guy makes, I don't know, $2 or $3 million a year. He handles all these heavy movie stars, and he's also got some athletes, that he handles. And they're talking to his wife, and she's saying how he asked her out 6 times. Do you want to marry a girl that you have to ask out 6 times? Versus a girl that asked you out the first time?
Yeah. You're not the greatest. You're just the latest.
And this is exactly. And the thing is this. Nobody ever talks about the woman's interest level. She loved him. She divorced him. They're going out. She dumped him. But there's degrees of love. And this, as I call it, interest level, it goes up and down. It could be 55. It could be 95. But once it goes 51-49, gentlemen, it's over. Cut your losses and get out. And then they always talk about, well, the guy's got to sit back and realize what they did wrong. They don't know. They don't know she lost. Most guys spoil women. Now you put on these popular TV shows, and you got Macho Man who's trying to dominate women all the time, and he's an idiot. But I feel the vast majority of men are too good to women. They're too weak with women, and they give in all the time. Yeah, I've interviewed almost 10,000 women since 1965, and I say, well, what do you want? Wine me, dine me, and buy me flowers. Okay. But that isn't the guy she always ends up with. So I changed my interviewing technique by saying, don't tell me what you want in a guy. Tell me about the guy you stayed with. And that guy was a challenge. That guy was balanced. And once a month, the word no could slip off his mouth, out of his mouth, off his tongue, because he says, no, honey, we're not going to do that. And if she rants and raves, if she goes crazy and rants and raves and says, I'm leaving, Sonny, just say, honey, I'll help you pack. Yeah. That's what you got to do. But he won't do that. And I'm going to tell you guys something out there. This is what a very important fact. If she doesn't know you got the guts to leave, you're going to be miserable the rest of your life. And a lot of women, they say, I don't care about love. I'm going to control the relationship. That's the most important thing. And there's guys like this too. I'm just not trying to put down women. There's guys. I don't care if she loves me or not. As long as I dominate the relationship, that's all that counts. And love isn't about domination. It's about compromise. The problem is, generally speaking, men do it too much. And they think they're going to make points, and then later on, they're going to say, well, I'll get my way later. Once you give up your power, gentlemen, you're out. And like I said, she's got a memory like an elephant. She will never forget.
About a minute and a half left in this segment, Doc. I think we got one more point we can expound on. And this is, again, for the new guys, but explain to the guys what kind of woman they are ideally looking for and what they should do to keep her.
There are 2 parts to the relationship. The first part is the woman's interest level, not the man's. What affects her interest level is not you telling her you love her 5 times a day. It's called confidence, self-control, and challenge. Those are the things that turn her on. Those are called male strength qualities. This is what makes you manly in her eyes. This is what makes you attractive. The other half of the equation is, besides her interest level, she comes with what I call her attitude. The interest level can go up and down. I go 90, 55, 65, 85. I go back and forth. And as long as it's north of the Mason-Dixon line, we're okay. But the problem is she has something called attitude, which you cannot change. It's like going in and you see a $60,000 Mercedes and say, oh, I want that with a 5-speed. Take the automatic out. Yeah, you got $2 million. We'll be happy to do it. That's the way the car comes. Well, she comes with this attitude. And I want you guys to be with the best woman possible.